What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you can hear me all right out there. How we doing this evening? What's going on, Miss Melinda? What's everybody else up to? Mr. Corey Lewis, Mr. Bleaky, Mr. Blake. What's going on, Kyle, Joe? How we all doing? What's going on, Mr. Anderson? Kyle Walker, how you doing tonight? Only a couple days away now. Been loading my trailer most of the day today. What's going on, Mr. Willits? Mr. Pops. Yeah, I like it. It's all right. I think they turned out pretty good. I like it. Thanks, Chad. There you go. That's all you can do, Mr. Anthony or Mr. Pops. What's going on, Mr. Newbie? What's going on, Mr. Castro? Mr. Kramer? We're getting there. We're getting there. Man, I wouldn't say that. Thank you. Thank you. I like them. I like how they turned out. What's going on, Mr. Benjamin? What's going on, Mr. Allen? What's going on, Jeff? You're going to buy all the Rangoons, huh? Just a touch. Just a touch there, Matt. Just a touch. I ain't got no knowledge. That sounds like a lot of Rangoons, Mr. Schneider. What else we up to this evening? Yeah, we could do that. So Mr. Lewis wants me to go over kind of how things work for Worlds. So for World Finals, the first day is qualifying day. You got the lane schedule there. You'll make your passes when it's time to be in the lane. The top three in each class make it to Sunday. You do get two passes. However, if you red light on your first pass, you have to take your second pass in the lane. If you red light twice on qualifying day, that's it. It's finals. So you got two passes in the lane. If you make a clean pass and you don't red light either time and you don't use your second pass in the lane, after qualifying is over, if you're not qualified in the top three, we do have an hour set aside at the end for those that would like to try to put themselves into the top three. So if you have a second pass left, you'll be able to come up and make a second pass if you're not qualified in the top three. If you bump somebody out of the top three, then as long as they have their second pass still available, they could come back behind you and rebeat that. But once that happens, that'll set the top three for the following day. And when the top three return on Sunday, you got one shot. If you red light, that's it. And then basically whoever puts up the highest score wins. But finals day, which is Sunday. It's one shot. Knees weak, arms are heavy, spaghetti and palms are sweaty, and all that good stuff. Um, I know a couple of guys have asked me about a map. I did work on that a little bit, but I haven't got it posted yet. But I'm going to try to, let's see, share my screen here and show you guys a picture of the map, and then I'll catch back up on the chat. But hopefully you guys can see my picture here. I think I got it shared. So if you can see my mouse cursor here, this is basically a layout of the fairgrounds. Up here at the front's where you're going to want to come in. The main gate's right out here. You'll come down this way, come around here, and basically this little area here, there is a like a breezeway, I suppose, and that's where we'll be doing check-in, registration check-in, and all that good stuff will be right there. The SPL arena is right here, and then everybody parking in the West Wing Pavilion here. So sound quality, show and shine, and other competitor parking will be right here. We are going to run the traffic in this end and out this end of the building. I've got to finish the map here, and hopefully I'll get that posted for you guys. But just kind of a brief little idea of what we got going on here. Basically in this way, out this way. The pavilion has a door over here and a door over here. So you'll go in the pavilion that way, out the pavilion this way, and so on. I think in the past we might have done it. No, I don't know. That sounds right. But anyway, so that way when you exit out of the arena, you can basically go right back into the pavilion there. So we'll finish this up and hopefully get it posted for all you guys on your way. But that's a quick idea of what we got going on there. Hopefully that answered your question pretty good there, Corey. What's going on, Mike Jones? Mr. Puns? Catching up on my my chat over here. Mr. Cody Van Dyke, what's going on tonight? Brian Mitchell, Mr. Jeffrey Sindell. Let's see. It looks like, are you talking about the 3X event there, Jeffrey? The flyer should be posted up on the website, but I believe registration for the 3X is $30 for members, $35 for non-members. What's going on, Mr. Antis? Mr. Trojanovich. I'm going to learn how to talk. What time can you bring cars in Friday? So as of right now, it's 12 to 6, so noon to 6. I am working on maybe trying to extend that by a couple hours, but for now, it's noon to 6. What's going on, Mr. Beard? Mr. Williams? So I'm pretty sure the fairgrounds there, that's just what they charge to pull in their parking lot. So I don't really have anything to do with that fee. That's just their parking fee at the gate, and there's not a whole lot I can really do about that one. So the 4X is actually World Finals. We're not actually having a 4X event. The event is a 3X event, and there's not actually points awarded for World Finals. That's just how it's registered in our system because it's the highest level we have. What's going on, Mr. Chance? Mr. Stage. MECA Kids Saturday or Sunday. I believe she had it scheduled in on Saturday. Let me look here. Well, if I can find it, here we go. And it does look like she has it scheduled in there on Saturday. So Saturday will be the answer for that, Mr. Mark. I do believe that's on the run schedule there too, Nilo, for Ride the Light. Um, I believe we plan on doing that Saturday evening around sometime, hopefully between 6:30 and 7, depending on how close we stay to our schedule there. But yes, we do have Ride the Light scheduled there for I think about 6 o'clock Saturday evening. Um, Run schedule, run times is posted to the website. If you go to MECA News and scroll down to where it says run MECA 23rd or 25th anniversary finals run order, click on that. You should be able to see both the sound quality and sound pressure schedules there. And catching up here. What's going on, Mr. Kreitz? All right. Looks like I kind of caught up there for now, for the time being. I do know we got our competitor packets loaded and ready. Um, Everybody that's got into the arena or the first 50, you'll have one of these. You're going to want to make sure that's posted on your car. That's how you're going to get it to be able to park in the arena. We will be paying attention to that. So make sure you got this on your car if you have arena parking. Obviously, the parking pass for everybody else, you're going to want to make sure you have that on your car. It's how you're going to get in and out of the buildings. Those of you that have power, you'll have that guy. Make sure that's on your car where we can see it. So just wanted to touch base on that stuff real quick so everybody knows what that looks like. I think this is our run order schedule right there, printed out for day one. We'll have one for day 2 also, but we won't know who the names are yet. So this is our day 1 schedule there. We have those ready to go. That's the sound pressure side. And this one's going to be sound quality, show and shine, ride the light, etc. So that's their block times there. I am working on all my sound quality guys. Make sure you have the bonus tracks on your players. I'm working on getting a playlist, but I do know that at least Corey will probably be using some of the bonus tracks. So make sure you have those on your media players if you're using that. Okay, what's your name there, and what class, so I can try to get that fixed ASAP. Again, everybody, if you haven't gone and looked, please go look, because we do make mistakes and we want to try to get those resolved before we get there. So I'm assuming you're Ryan Paul. Is it Paulus? Let's see what class we got going here. Okay. If you contacted Shannon, was it just earlier? If you contacted Shannon, I'm sure she is working on it. Let me see here. Okay, so I don't see it on there either. So I'll make sure, just in case. I'll double check on that for you. How many dueling demos do we have? 43 or 40? Oh, it might be 47. Last time I counted, I thought I had 43, but it might be 47. It's been a long week. He'll, as long if you've got USB, that'll be fine. Josh, he'll have that on USB, I'm sure. I just mostly want to make sure for guys that are using media players. What's going on, Whitney? Mr. Mayo. Sorry, I'm laughing at Jay. Miss McGregor, yes, until 6 o'clock Friday, as of now. That's when we have it till. So from noon to 6, you can come check in on Friday. What's going on, Mr. Heath? All right. Kind of looks like I caught up there. Do we need to print out registration or just show our phone? We should have most of that. Let me pull this up here so people know what I'm talking about. Um, so we should. Do we need to print out registration or just show our phone? You can most likely just show your phone, but really we just need your name. I think we have most of that in your packet there. When you get to the table, we will pull the little paperwork out. It has a I don't know what they call that dang thing. I'm drawing a blank. One of them things they didn't used to have when I was little. QR code. That's what it is. So you'll scan that, and that's how basically my system's going to check you in. Once you scan that, it'll check you in through that. So really, all we need is your name. No hotel. Well, if you get on hotels.com there, I'm sure there's a bunch of hotels right close by that shouldn't be super expensive. As long as you make it by the time it's time for you to run, Hogan, that's fine. You just need to, just make sure you get there in time to check yourself in, and give yourself enough time to get in the lane. Because if you miss your run, then you're kind of waving your pass there. So, um, and you need to make your first pass because the run order is based off of points on that day. So basically, take a look at the run schedule there and make sure you're there by the time it's time for you to run Saturday morning, and that you can check in Saturday morning. What's going on, Mike J? What's going on, Mr. Tony Sperry? I'm I'm catching up here slowly but surely, guys. So Cody, I think we're shooting for opening doors at 7:30 Saturday. I believe that's the plan. If something changes on that, I'll let you guys know. But we're starting off early, so it's going to be pretty quick. It might be 7. Yeah, so I guess it'll be 7 is when we'll try to start letting people in. And the competitor meeting for sound pressure is going to start at 10 after 8. I do believe we pushed some of the times around a little bit to try to make it slightly easier on some of our Bobo competitors and guys that are cross competing there. So if you go look at the schedule, we've kind of staggered it a little bit at this point. But it looks like we're starting our first sound pressure runs at 8:15. We're going to do competitors meeting at 8. So between 8 and 8:15 there, we'll have a competitors meeting. And then the sound quality competitors meeting won't start until 20 after 8. And we'll start sound quality judging at 8:40. So the time did get moved just a little bit there to try to ease some of that overlap. Let's see. What's going on, Mr. Coomer? Friday, you could come from 12 to 6, from noon to 6. What's going on, Mr. MC Window Tinning? Charlie, how you doing tonight? I think I'm caught up there. What's going on, Mr. Grider? Mr. Bing? See this? Shannon tried to dye my beard red. It turned out purple to me. Fail. What's going on, Mr. Dunham? We tried. I might try again later and see if it goes better.
Mine turned out. I'm so fired up for finals that my hair turned red. The shirt looks awesome online. The colors are really popping.
What's going on, Mr. Gordon? Mr. Mike Smith. It was supposed to be more red, but we did. It's not. I don't even think it's permanent stuff. It's like some washout type stuff. I didn't want to bleach my hair and all that stuff. I'm sure that's how you're supposed to do it, but if it's raining Friday, can we unload inside the building? I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't know that we'll be able to do that or not. I'll find out tomorrow on our last walkthrough. I don't know. I don't think that it should be a problem, but it might be. Thanks, Mr. Bowser. I don't think we'll be forgetting about the hoodies, Christina. I think we already got most of those. The people that pre-ordered them, I think we've already got all those set aside. Kyle, is there any hoodies left? I do believe there's 5 or 6, but they're slim pickings, and I can't remember off the top of my head what sizes they are. What's going on, Mr. Tucker? All right, I think I'm caught back up now. Was there any other information I can give you guys? Let's see. I kind of showed the run schedules and the parking passes and all that good stuff. I don't know if I'm ready, Matt. I do think that I got my trailer a little bit more loaded this time and ready than I did last year at this time, but that doesn't mean anything. The 3X event on Sunday, I think, is scheduled to start at. Let me make sure so I don't tell you wrong here. So they're going to start the registration process at 9 a.m. Sunday, and the lanes will probably open sometime between 10 and 11 a.m. So, no, we're not. Everybody that's registered for finals will have a spot inside. I shared the map a little bit earlier here. I'll share that again for you guys, so you can get a better idea of what's going on here for those of you that didn't see it. Um, so this is kind of a map of the facility there, what we got going on. So this is the arena. This here is the West Wing Pavilion. So if you didn't get in the arena, you'll be staged in this building here. The check-in will be in the breezeway here. Traffic's going to run in this side, out this side of the arena. You'll go in this side and out right around here on the pavilion. So everybody will have an indoor parking spot, even if you're not in the arena. You'll want to enter up here where the main gate is. You could use any of the other gates. This road right here is basically a big circle, so you could enter pretty much anywhere you want. But the easiest way is going to be the main gate and just come straight on down through here. So hopefully you guys could see that there. A registration deadline for the 3X. No, we didn't take pre-registration, just on site there, Walt. So it's on site registration if you want to do the 3X. So Brian Mitchell, unfortunately this year we are going to do a ceremony. There just won't be banquet style food this year. It was just kind of out of the realm of possibility, and I didn't want to have to charge people an outrageous amount for food. The venue's catering service, we couldn't see the price cost of it. So We will have an award ceremony. There will be food there on site. There's supposed to be. I guess I'll find all that out in the morning if they did what we talked about or not. But I'm going in the morning to do a final walk around. But there will be an award ceremony Saturday night directly following qualifying rounds, and then also on Sunday as well. Saturday night, the award ceremony will be for our state champions, our points champions, all of our specialty award members. I think I have a handful of people to go into the Hall of Fame again. So all the specialty stuff and peer recognition things like that will go out on Saturday evening. I am pretty sure the main gate is labeled as Gate 1. I will find that out tomorrow too, Chris. Usually in the I know usually in the past they didn't have an attendant there on Friday. Uh so I don't think so, but I will double check that and let you know. What's going on, Mr. Frias? Will we be able to run in the 3XM worlds? Yes, you can do both. Getting ready. I think that's what we're all doing, crunching. It's time now, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, 3X, Sean, or not Sean, Chad and Trenton are going to do the sound pressure portion. And then I think I've got Miss Becky Smith and I think Sydney doing sound quality. There is supposed to be a couple of food vendors there. Punge, yes. Um, I hadn't really planned on doing that, but I guess I could do another live, or at the very least, I'll make a post here on Facebook if I find out any new information. Um, One way or the other, I know we got a pretty busy day tomorrow. Like I said, I think I got most of the stuff packed up and ready. We got a few more boxes to go through, make sure we got all our wires and TV stuff. But all the awards and competitor registrations and all that stuff are accounted for and loaded into the trailer. Um, I know we've got to do the meeting in the morning there at the Fair and Expo and a couple other things going on. But if I don't get on a live, I will make a post at some point for you guys regardless. Yep, small town sweet treats will be there with a bunch of candy. I prefer that you don't put any tape on the floor, but I guess we'll tackle that when we tackle that. But I prefer not to put tape on the floor. That's funny, Kevin. Yeah, you did, Brandon. So, from noon to six, sir. Noon to six. I think we also have Resilient Sounds, Museway, and Chiare will have a booth on hand there. Anybody that wants to donate to the toy drive raffle table, I guess you could call it, um, let us know. Drip pans. So, yes, you need to be quarter tank of gas, drip pans, all that good stuff. You know, pretty much all your indoor venues are going to be like that. So, yes, you'll need some sort of a drip pan. Make sure you're a quarter tank of gas. I mean, you could get there earlier, but I'm not going to probably be letting people in the building and stuff until noon. What's going on, Mr. Wallace? So, yeah, if you're going to be, when you're inside the buildings, you need to have some sort of a drip pan under your car. But you forgot that you got all that without no job, Mike, because you're still fly. Oh, I think, let's see. You will be allowed to test at certain times on both of those days. Saturday, we are, pretty much demo friendly, I suppose, in the arena there. Just be courteous of others when we're running lanes and things like that, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. I think we'll be fine there. Okay. Ryan, if you're a registered finals competitor, you'll either be in the arena or the pavilion, one or the other. And that's what I think some of us have been calling overflow parking there. The 3X event, if they're not a finals competitor, those competitors will be parking outside. And I do believe the fairgrounds charges $12 for parking, I think is what they told me. But that doesn't really have anything to do with me. So let's see. Exhaust drips fuel occasionally under it just in case. So when you're inside the buildings, you're not allowed to run your cars anyways. But I mean, yeah, that'd be pretty cool because whatever we'll have to uh, complete that or clean that if we make messes there. And let me see here. So, catching up. Height of the meter jig. I believe that's 26 inches, Sam. Usually just where you're parked at, Chris, unless, I mean, if you're actually leaking fluid and stuff like that, then we'll have to figure something out. But, you know, usually just where you park there, Mr. Chris. I'm looking forward to it, Wallace. I like that car, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Appreciate it. We do have. I think we are going to be able to have a lane around the outside there. So that's the plan as of now, Sam. Yes. What's going on, Mr. Scott White, Mr. Brian Young, Mr. Zink? What's going on? Is that one of Joe's boys, Elias? I think we're all nervous, Mr. Gordon. I think we're all nervous, man. I used to think I was nervous when I was a competitor, and now I know what nervous really is. I do know, I guess, one other thing I should probably go over a little bit. I did get a question earlier about some speaker measurements and doing demos. So I just want to remind everybody that horns do count as tweeters this year. We did write that into the rules. So horns are tweeters. So make sure all your horns and tweeters meet the 4-inch rule. Oh, well, how you doing, Mr. Elias? I mean, that's what it says, Jeff. So yeah, even the big horns. I mean, like I said, you will be able to play your system some Friday and Saturday. There's a giant parking lot there. You know, you're welcome to go out into the parking lot and test and do what you need to do there, Daryl. But it is finals, so hopefully you guys are. I mean, I know how it goes. I used to compete, as most of you know, so I know how it goes. But really be prepared as you can be, and But yet the answer is yes, you'll be able to get some of that going if you need to. There's plenty of parking lot outside. Um, if we can't get enough room in the inside parking area there, but um, you will be able to do that as well. All right, so the reason why we don't want you running the vehicles in the building there is because if the fumes build up too much, then the fire marshal and stuff they'll show up, and yeah, we don't want that. So basically, but yes, you will be able to run the vehicle when you're up to burp or when you're up to make your pass. But as you're, trying to move around the arena, and once you're parked in the arenas and all that good stuff, we need to keep the cars off as much as possible. And if we can, push the ones around that we can, as much as possible, just to try to keep the fumes down. So that's what that's all about, Corey. What's going on, Mr. Manilow? One day in a land far, far away, Sam. Yeah, Corey, if you think you need to let your car run for a little bit before you get in the lane, that's what I would suggest. Just get in there early a little bit or whatever, and take it on outside, and you can let it run out there. Trying to catch up here. What's going on, MECA TT? Dueling demos. I believe the first dueling demo scheduled for Saturday is going to be right around, let's see, right around 10:30. So that'll be your street classes and your mod street classes before lunchtime. And again, you can see the run order on the web page there. If you have more than a quarter tank of gas, they're going to make you drive around until you got a quarter tank of gas, unfortunately. Trying to catch up here. Night, Miss Melinda. Mr. Paul. Yeah, there's plenty of parking for trailers, Paul. I showed a little bit earlier my kind of a map here. I'll show it to you guys one more time here so you can, everybody that did miss it that just kind of popped in here, I'll share my screen here and hopefully you guys can see it there. But as you can see, there's plenty of parking lot, all this parking, basically all that. So there's not going to be a shortage of parking spaces. All right. Uh, Going on, Mr. Joey Smith. That's my plan, Sam. So I do plan on having a lane that kind of goes around that way. That's my plan. I guess I'll see a little bit more after it gets set up. Sometimes I'm not good at that, but we'll see. I'm still kind of learning that part of it, but I think it's going to be better. So we'll see. But the plan is yes that you'll be able to turn around inside. Well, y'all get the cracking, man. Get them ready. I know I'm excited to see what all you guys have came up with. I know I, what I mean. I've been getting a lot of chitter chatters and all that good stuff. So I mean, I know people's been working, and we're not quite used to having a whole month and a half or 2 months to work on our stuff in between finals. So I don't know. It makes it a little bit more exciting, I guess. But 57s in Street Three. You guys ready? Will, the MECA standard is built it in the parking lot. There you go, buddy. All right. So again, one last time here. If you want to see the run schedules, I got the sound quality one printed out. I did get made aware that there was one name still missing off the sound pressure one, so I guess we'll be printing out new ones of those guys. But if you haven't already checked it out, please get on there, check it out. Let us know if there's any discrepancies, and we'll go from there. So the box cannot be changed after your first run. I don't think there's an issue if you lose a speaker or something like that. So lesser equipment is fine. However, the box would have to remain the same. That's my interpretation. Any of the other judges on here see it any differently? Oh, you're gonna make me actually look. I don't really see why changing the orientation of it. I think it's just mostly using the same equipment that you started with, and the speaker box is usually considered a part of that. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say I think that you just can't change the actual speaker box. I think you could change the port. You could move it around in the car as long as it's still in a legal position. I don't find that to be an issue there. It's just a matter of using the same gear that you started with. We should be able to do some testing on Friday. Yes, Mr. DeGeneral. Oh, I'm excited, and I know everybody knows that it's going to be a good show. It's going to be some good scores. There'll be ups and downs. It's World Finals. It's kind of the way it goes. Well, was there any other questions I can answer for you guys this evening? Like I said, we got a pretty busy day going tomorrow. I got a couple more things to tie up this evening. I did want to get on here and shoot the bull with you guys and say hi. I know I've talked to a few of you today. You can get there at noon until 6. Oh, Peach. You do not have to check in Friday, but you do need to be there Saturday before your run and make sure you give yourself enough time to run by the registration table and pick your stuff up. Later, Jason. Yeah, I will be going. We will be going around and looking at some cars Friday for those of you that want to get looked at, in case you need to fix something. But I mean, we should always be verifying in the lanes, etc. So my judges that are paying attention here, checks and balances. Just because one guy already looked, it doesn't mean they're not a human. They might have missed something. You might see something we didn't. So basically, just because you got checked Friday don't mean somebody might not see something Saturday. But for those of you that are wanting to get looked at Friday to make sure you're good to go, we'll be happy to come check it out and do the best to get you ready to do your thing. Thanks, Will. And no, I haven't been good enough to quit smoking yet. Just good enough to quit for a while I'm on here. But you're not wrong. I got a couple the things I need to do in the next year or two. So you know this trying to do all this stuff kind of you get busy and don't do the same things you used to. Not that I was ever a small boy, but uh, I think the last couple years here I've kind of let myself get away from myself. So I think I'm gonna try to focus on myself a little bit more next year. As while I'm trying to still do this thing, but I appreciate the positive words there, Will. Chad and Trenton will be taking care of the 3X on the sound pressure side. Miss Becky and Sydney will be doing sound quality. The 3X is going to be on Sunday. Will do. Yeah, they told me they liked my cup. Thanks. I think a lot of you guys will be going home with one of those or something similar. Not everybody, but I know there's quite a few specialty ones that'll be getting handed out. Brandon spray painting his car, huh? Oh man. I know I can't really believe it either, Will. Uh Ryan, we do have some, but there's not very many. Most of them were spoken for, and so he's asking about shirts and hoodies. I don't, I don't usually order a whole lot of extra ones, just for the simple fact that, excuse me, I think we still have some shirts from like 2015, 16, 17 type thing. So I try not to order too many extra ones, but we do have a few. What's going on, Mr. Houchins? How we doing this evening? I know I'm running a little bit longer than normal this time, but I do want to make sure I get everybody uh, answered that wants to be answered. All right, well, I guess if you guys don't have anything else for me, we're going to do this meeting tomorrow. I'll try to make a post about some of those questions that I couldn't answer. If I might go live again, but at the very least, I'll try to make a post for you guys, and hopefully, I can get this map finished the way I wanted and get that posted for you guys too. Sorry, I'm not. I worked on that for a couple hours, and I'm not very good at that stuff yet either. But hey, we're learning all kinds of new stuff over here, so hopefully I'll get that done in a way that I like how it looks and get that posted for you guys as well. And I guess you guys know the drill from here. I want to say I appreciate everybody coming and checking me out tonight, asking me the questions. Hopefully, I got most of you guys answered. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I wish everybody safe travels and high scores. We're getting ready to crown some new MECA champions. I'm ready to hear it, guys. And I think you know the drill from here. So until next time, keep it loud and clear, MECA heads.